To Drive or Not to Drive, a study of BYU-Idaho parking services, created by Group 2, Bryan Bennion, Shaelynn Walker, Kaylee Brickey, and Hannah Small. We started with the meta question: is BYU-Idaho parking services keeping up with the growing student population? And the sub-question: how can the university take the frustrations of parking and make them a better channel of communication for students and faculty? To answer these questions, we conducted a Qualtrics survey on 120 randomly selected students. With these reports from the survey, we were able to obtain the following information that could help aid the answers we are looking for. This first graph derives from the question asking which days students mostly park on campus. From the survey initial report, we found that most students will park on campus daily. Some days are a little more than others, but they all tend to stay about the same. There could be multiple reasons for this, such as devotional on Tuesdays and classes being held on specific days. All of these are factors in this graph's outcome. These numbers tend to stay the same despite the reasons students have for parking on campus. However, this graph is overwhelmingly affected by the fact that most participants are married. Nearly all respondents likely live in married housing, which is located around 2 to 3 miles away from campus. Because most are married, it also affects this graph that shows that more than half the participants generally travel from the outer edges of Rexburg, with a quarter of them traveling from places as far as St. Anthony and Idaho Falls, a distance of nearly 10 to 15 miles to even 20 miles or more. However, despite the pull the married students have on the survey, it hardly affects this graph that shows the most popular parking permits. Of course, these were of no surprise to anyone. North and south parking were the most popular. Any other students who could not obtain parking permits due to the allotted amount BYU-Idaho sells each semester, they were either forced to purchase free zone permits or Rexburg City Street permits. This cross-tabulation graph shows the relation between the students' feelings and the permits they purchased. Most of the students that found the lots to be crowded park in the north and south zones. However, the students who found the lots to be somewhat empty park in the free zone. In conclusion, we found that parking on BYU-Idaho campus is a problem, mainly because the lots are simply overpopulated. We also found that students not only find it difficult to park, but consistently mention their dismay about faculty being able to park in any lot and take spaces these other students paid to have.